Oh, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT UK Takeover Blackpool preview. The show's gonna be taking place this afternoon. For those living in the Eastern time, it's gonna be on a Saturday at 2 o'clock p.m. For Pacific time. I'm assuming either 1 p.m. or 12 p.m. either way, or maybe 11 a.m. in the morning. But either way, this Saturday is WWE NXT UK Takeover Blackpool, their first takeover show for NXT UK, from January 12th, 2019. I'm excited for this special event for NXT UK. I've been watching their shows from episode 1 all the way to episode 24, and this is going to be included as episode 25 because this is going to be an episode added for NXT UK. So that being said, let's get right to the card. There are only five matches, so let's get right to it. We get um, Travis Banks versus Jordan Devlin. This match itself, I think this could be a good match. I know it's going to be, and obviously it's going to be a takeover show. The UK edition for NXT. So I'm very excited to see how these two guys gel well together in the match. I'm pretty sure they had matches before, which is why I'm very excited to see how they do it on the umbrella of the WWE. So I'm very excited for this match. Now, who I think is gonna win? I'm gonna go with Jordan Devlin to win, because you don't bet against, or should I say you never bet against the ace. Just saying. So I'm gonna go with Jordan Devlin to win. Next we get to Dave Mastiff versus Eddie Dennis in this no disqualification match. This is the third match. The first match, Dave Mastiff won the match against Eddie Dennis, and then continued on with Eddie Dennis. Went after Dave Mastiff in the interview back at one point, and they had a match again between these two. Basically they kept crossing each other's paths numerous times until they got to the second match, which ended by double disqualification, which it led to general manager of NXT UK, Johnny Saint, to make the match at Takeover no disqualifications. So, and here we are. Now, who I think is going to win this match? I think we're going to see Eddie Dennis win. Eddie Dennis is finally going to end the undefeated streak of Dave Mastiff, and I think he's pertains to doing his crucifix bomb onto the turnbuckle. I don't think he's going to do it on the turnbuckle. I think he might do it on the barricade of NXT UK. Um, if there is a barricade, the main roster's barricade of it. I don't remember if they actually used the barricade for NXT UK. My mind's a blur right there at that point, but I think they used steel guardrails, but I'm assuming they used I'm yeah, it's this is me thinking about this as I think about it, as try to look back at it. I think they use barricades, what pertains to protecting pads and all that. I don't know, but because I remember Eddie Dennis trying to do that to Dave Mastiff outside of the ring, but didn't get to do it. So I think he's going to do that at one point. Again, either on the turnbuckle or on the barricade, or maybe on the ring apron. Either way, we're going to see that spot happening with Eddie Dennis. This is going to let him to win the match, and then do his finishing move. Basically, you have to end the match in the ring. So I'm gonna go for Eddie Dennis to win this match. Next, we get to let me first talk about the Tag Team Championships title first. The NXT UK Tag Team Championship, what pertains to the tournament. So basically, what they did here, I didn't want to talk about this before until I know fully what was going on with this whole situation. So basically, there were only the semifinals for this tournament, which means there was no quarterfinals. There was just semifinals to start off, to basically kick off the NXT UK Tag Team Championship tournament. And I guess because they didn't have enough tag teams, on the roster, for, basically for pertains, for the rosters of NXT UK. I guess they didn't have enough tag teams to be, to have more, tag teams to be in the match. which is why they did what they did here. Where retains still only having 4 teams to be in this tournament. I could see that. That's why they didn't do it, because they didn't have enough tag teams. To define from those number of rosters to pair up together. So that's my guess. But the tournament was basically the semifinals that was taped during the NXT UK show from November 24th and November 25th, and the one that aired from this past week on January 2nd and January 9th. Well, this week was January 9th, but one from January 2nd was actually a week ago. Um but you had Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate defeating Gaulless, which was Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, to advance to the finals. And then we get Zach Gibson and James Drake defeating Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews to advance to the finals of this tournament to go up against Mustache Mountain, which probably it will lead to for the finals for NXT UK Takeover Blackpool between Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate versus Zach Gibson and James Drake for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships, which they're going to crown the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions in WWE. And I think this match, folks, is going to be awesome. It's going to be stupendous. It's going to be outstanding. It's going to just blow my mind. I know it's going to, and it's only tag team match is on the card here, so they gotta go they gotta go all out with this one. I think this will be the opening match, if I'm not mistaken. This could be the opening match of it, or maybe the opening match might be Travis Banks and Jordan Devlin. But either way, one of those two is going to be the opening match. But for the Takeover show in Blackpool. As far as who I want to win this match, I love Zach Gibson and James Drake as a tag team. Even especially what pertains to Trent Seven and Tyler Bate being Mustache Mountain. Now, I'll be fine either way. But if I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with Mustache Mountain. I think they're gonna make history once again. What pertains to being part of the NXT UK brand, because they I remember when they became NXT champions back when they fought against Undisputed Era for the tag team titles NXT, and I think they're gonna do it again this time for the NXT UK edition for the tag team titles. So I'm gonna go with Mustache Mountain and to go over. And if they don't win, and Zach Gibson and James Drake wins, I'll be fine. I'll be fine either way. All I want is to see a damn good tag team match, the only damn good tag team match on this card to deliver. All right. Now the next matches, it's gonna be the top titles for one of them is from the women's division. Basically one of them is from the women's division, and the other one is the main for NXT UK. I'm not sure which of these two matches is gonna be the main event. But I'm assuming the WWE United Kingdom Championship title is gonna be the main event. So that being said, maybe I'll start with the NXT UK Women's Championship title match with the champion Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm. This is the second time wrestling on NXT UK, and I think they wrestled each other plenty times before, before coming to WWE. So it won't surprise me, what pertains to these two women, know each other very well, and what pertains to having wrestling matches. And they had a good match before too, by the way. Especially when Toni Storm was hurt, was like legitimately hurt during that tournament against Rhea Ripley from the finals. But she couldn't feel her legs and all that because her back gave out, something like that, some of her spinal. But it was a nerve damage, something like that. But she still continued the match. Despite her being injured, feeling numbness of her legs, she still ends up pulling out a very good match against Rhea Ripley in that finals to crown the first ever NXT UK Women's Championship champion, and Rhea Ripley ends up being the champion, and now we're getting this rematch again between these two. Hopefully there will be no more in this match this time where it pertains to Toni Storm. So as far as who but I believe this match is gonna be a great match too. The only women's match on the card here is gonna be an amazing match. Now, who I want to win? I want Rhea Ripley to retain, but if Toni Storm ends up winning the belt, I'll be fine with that too. I'm a fan of both of these women. I'm a fan of what they do in the ring. I'm a fan of their personalities. I'm a fan of the charisma that they carry themselves with. I love the personas that they muse. I love the potential of these two women. I'll be fine either way, whoever wins. But if I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley to retain. And finally, the NXT United Kingdom Championship. The Bruiserweight Pete Dunne versus the Iron Lion. I think that's what he called himself. Joe Coffey. This match is gonna be all out an all out war between these two. Pete Dunne and Joe Coffey hate each other. Not for real, but but it's, in wrestling, storyline wise, they hate each other. They want to tear each other apart limb. They're gonna hit each other as hard as they can, strong, British strong style type of way. They're gonna Pete Dunne's gonna do some nerve damages to Joe Coffey what pertains to joint manipulations. Pete Dunne and Joe Coffey are gonna kill each other in this match, and I can't wait to see this match. I cannot wait to see these two guys tear each other apart, to make this main event match, an outstanding main event match for NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. As with that being said, who I want to win? I'm gonna go with Pete Dunne to retain. I want Pete Dunne to to stay as the WWE United Kingdom champion, or should I say NXT United Kingdom champion. Either way, um, either way, I want Pete Dunne to retain the title. He's doing a phenomenal job of being the longest reigning WWE United Kingdom champion of all time. Surpassing Brock Lesnar's WWE Universal Championship run, surpassing AJ Styles' WWE Championship run. Pete Dunne even surpassing guys in the past of their WWE Championship run or World Heavyweight Championship run. Pete Dunne is I think he's one of the best United Kingdom champions of all time. Even though there were only two guys that held onto the title. One was Tyler Bate, the first ever one to be the champion, and then Pete Dunne ends up being the champion after that. Which that match between Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne from Takeover on Chicago from 2017, great match that stole the show. Match was match of the night. That was a great match between those two. And with Pete Dunne ends up being the new champion during that time. And still to this day, Pete Dunne is still the NXT United Kingdom champion. And I want that to continue. So I want him to have a 2 year run. When we get to when we get to it was I believe I'm assuming it was around May when it happened. Yes, it was like around May or April, one of those 2 months that happened when Pete Dunne became the NXT United Kingdom champion. Excuse me. But yeah, I want Pete Dunne to retain. If Joe Coffey wins, that will upset me a little bit. But that doesn't mean I hate Joe Coffey. I like Joe Coffey too. I think he's a tremendous wrestler too, with his body and his physique and the strength that he does. Um, if he wins the belt, I will be disappointed that Pete Dunne loses the match. You know, but either way, I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be an amazing match. This match is going to be ass kicking. What I think is going to steal the show, in my opinion, I think the tag team championship title match is going to steal the show. But if the main event, but Pete Dunne defending his United Kingdom Championship title ends up seeing the show, you'll know when I do the review, and you also know when I do the live reaction too. So yeah, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some live reactions to it. I'm gonna do some reviews of it. But here's the thing about that too, folks. As I get ready to end this, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to watch it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to watch it live. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to watch it later on that night too. If in case if I do miss it, live. But I will watch it, and you will get a live reaction of it, and you will get a review of it, no matter what. Either way, you'll be hearing from me how great this show is going to be, and trust me, it's going to be a great show, because these wrestlers, these wrestlers from the United Kingdom, they are outstanding performers. So, if those who have the WWE Network, you know, go check it out. Later on today. I think this show is going to deliver, and it's not, I think it's just good. I think this show is going to in my opinion, I think it's going to be up there on the top five best events next to Wrestle Kingdom 13. And but again, don't take my word for it. Watch it yourself. You'll see, and you'll see what I mean by that. So that being said, there you go. Let me go to the cards again. Uh, Jordan Devlin to defeat Travis Banks. Eddie Dennis to defeat Dave Mastiff in a no disqualification match. Pete Dunne to retain his WWE United Kingdom Championship title against Joe Coffey. Mustache Mountain to defeat Zach Gibson and James Drake to become the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions in this tournament. You basically win the entire tournament. And Rhea Ripley to retain the NXT UK Women's Championship title against Toni Storm. And there you go, folks. That being said, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, it's the Natural Born Driller. Please subscribe to me if you haven't done so right now. If you enjoy, if you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whichever you prefer. And be sure to tell a friend, anyone that you know that's on YouTube, and let them know about me. And there you go. So that being said, I'll see you all pretty soon. And that means I'll be and right now. Sirens are already coming in right now. I'm in trouble. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, y'all take care. Peace on the streets. Enjoy the NXT UK Blackpool.